Baby Jesus.
Woo! All right.
All right.
We made it.
Well, sorta.
Well,
Kinda,
almost. I
still
don't know.
not there
Careful
yet.
leaning back there.
Yeah, honestly, if I can get taken out. Hey, have you heard about, like, Mexico and their aliens?
Yeah, I have.
Oh.
Do you believe it?
No way. Oh my God, I fucking love
either.
it. I want to so bad, but you can't tell me there's aliens and then straight up bring out a legit looking alien.
Yeah, but it's like an ET alien.
It's too small.
It's way too small.
For me to
If
be
they're
afraid
that
of it.
small, like, I'm not that worried.
No. No, I'll just fucking one in the forehead.
Ugh.
God damn!
So in case you're unaware, on TikTok, I don't know if it's actually in any kind of news because I didn't like fact check any of this, but all over TikTok was like, the Mexican government just released actual bodies of aliens.
No,
that-
actual body.
No, there was two.
Oh, were there two?
Yeah,
Okay.
there were two.
Okay.
And they're over 1,000 years old that were found in like some cave in Peru or some
Yeah, but they're
bullshit.
like fucking mummified.
They look like, you called it, they look like paper mache bullshit. And then I was seeing on Reddit, because it's all over Reddit too, because that's how we get our interconnected communication since all of our fucking governments protect
Social
us
media.
from any kind of, information trading. All over Reddit, it was like, this was debunked like a couple years ago by somebody in Canada that like they're not aliens.
Oh.
But then why is the Mexican government coming out and saying that there's aliens? But I didn't look into
That
it
could have been
hard.
forever ago. Like, from a long time ago, and then everyone now is like, oh shit, aliens? Remember this shit? Bet nobody
See,
does.
I feel like TikTok was spinning it that the Mexican government just said that like on Tuesday.
I bet that's what they're saying.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
said.
yeah. But is it true?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't fact check any of this, but I just love the fact that, first of all, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, I'm so disappointed.
Yeah.
And second of all, like in one of the other shots, they were like scanning the alien body or whatever, and the guy was like putting it on the CT scan table using like 2 fingers to hold its entire body at like the center of gravity, like you would like a knife hilt, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Just like fucking delicately balancing him onto the table. Like you're not afraid you're gonna fucking drop this 1,000-year-old artifact.
yeah, that's gonna just turn to dust and shatter when
Yeah.
you fucking drop it.
You know it's paper mache.
You know it's paper mache. It literally looks like the thing
Yeah.
in the desert.
Yeah.
In the middle of the fucking desert, there's
In
a
like
billion.
Arizona.
Yeah, there's a million billboards that are like, oh,
The
come see
thing.
the thing. And you're like, what's the thing? Fucking miles of it. And you're like, what's it gonna be? You finally stop at this place and they're like, take a look at all our shit. We have Hitler's car.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
No.
I don't know what that is.
It's like a replica.
Yeah, and then you get to the back and they're like, here's the thing. And it's like a mummified alien that allegedly was found in the desert. That's
In
what
a-
this thing looks like.
In a glass case made by somebody in their backyard. Like, it's like if my dad was like, anyway, I have some wood and this old glass, and I'm going to cut it and then frame it using a lot of caulk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I'm just going to put
Put it on a bed of hay.
Yes, it was in so much hay.
Why is it in so much hay?
Anyway, if you guys haven't been,
You should
go
go
ahead
see
and
it.
stop. There's nothing else there, but
They have a gift shop.
it is definitely some paper mache bullshit.
Yeah, but that's what they're selling as a real alien now. And I'm like, I've seen
Yeah.
this before.
Yeah.
I've for sure seen this.
I don't know. Fucking, I really want aliens to be real. So
I
like-
think they are. I just don't think that we're being fucking told the truth.
But why is the Mexican government coming out and saying this shit? Do they not know that we debunked this? Is this all fake news? I don't know. I feel
don't
like,
know.
God damn it.
I don't know. Maybe they're like, we also have one. Maybe aliens look like tiny paper mache fucking mummies. And,
Maybe
and
that's
they're
it.
everywhere. That one in the desert's real too.
Oh my God. Could you imagine if they're really tiny? How disappointing. They
It
need to
doesn't
be-
really strike fear,
No, I need them to be taller than me
at least.
and like skinny, like a scarecrow to scare me.
Oh, no.
Could you imagine a fat alien? How friendly that would be, you know? You want to hear my goddamn?
Yeah.
You guys, this shit doesn't stop. Somebody, please, can somebody send some good juju my way? Send a fucking protezione spell or some shit. Like, I need
You're talking shit about the Mexican government right now. I don't think they're going to send any protección.
Honestly, you're right. But I need somebody in like the witchcraft world or some shit to set some good spells for me.
Yeah.
Because the world won't fucking stop. Like, the universe is like, let's test her ass to the bitter motherfucking end.
Mm-hmm.
And she's still trying to smile through it. It's not good. She needs it worse. Because my youngest son, okay, first of all, my oldest son was sick the beginning of this week. And then my youngest son just got sick a couple days ago. So I've been at home with kids.
Two different
working.
sicknesses.
Two different sicknesses. The second kid, because the first kid was just the fever, didn't feel good, right? I can't handle that. I've been through that all day long, all the fucking time. By the way, just went through COVID in the house. Like, what the fuck ever? I got this shit. But then my youngest one came home from daycare with hand, foot, and fucking mouth. Disease. They call it disease.
Because he's diseased.
My sweet little baby boy. If you guys don't know what this shit is, it's fucking gnarly. My oldest one caught it when he was really little, and it wasn't that big of a deal from daycare. Wasn't a big deal. Just had a couple little spots. You get like a rash, blistery rash on your hands, foot, and mouth. And so basically that means your mouth is covered in canker sores, your hands get a bunch of blisters on them, and your feet get blisters on them. That's what this is. It's some virus or whatever. But my oldest got it, wasn't that bad. And so when I heard that it was at the daycare and my youngest could potentially be exposed, I was like, I'm not really that worried. Like, you'll have a fever, whatever. Oh my God, my poor sweet little baby boy. First of all, he has a couple spots on his hands and feet. Not that big of a deal. He has one finger that we thought was a hangnail that was infected that I'm pretty sure now is like hand, foot, and mouth because it is gross. It looks like pussy and it keeps draining and then it looks good and then it gets pussy again. And we've just been putting antibiotics on it and putting a hot compress, whatever. Like, we're talking to doctors, don't worry. But anyway, here's the worst part. His fucking mouth. Like, if anybody has ever had a canker sore, this homie has like hundreds. I don't know. That's probably exaggerating. Like 20 on the underside of his tongue alone. I counted 7.
Ugh, this poor little man.
And then they're on the top of his tongue and all over the inside of his mouth. So he's screaming because he can't eat. He can't drink. And I'm like, take little tiny baby sips. And he takes a sip and he screams and crying. And we're just like fucking pumping the Motrin in him. I feel so bad for this kid. And it was only day 1 of it. And I was like, I'm not going to survive. Like, a canker sore lasts for fucking ever.
Yeah.
And then Lee stayed home with him today. And Lee said that he's actually been able to eat, like, soft foods, like eggs and stuff like that. And then he was having a smoothie. So he's doing better. But, like, I have been, on the fucking clock. I gave him his Motrin 30 minutes early. And Lee was like, that was too early. I'm like, nah, man. This kid deserves it.
He's going to be fine.
Oh, my God. Double dose his ass.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you just let it run its course. There's nothing they can do. Like, you just try to make them comfortable with Motrin. And you have to make sure they stay hydrated.
Yeah.
That's the thing they worry about most is, like, they'll get dehydrated. So he's been good there. And I'm so thankful for that. But, like, you guys, I might fucking jump ship. Like, I can't do that. I can't watch my little baby suffer and go through everything else that's happening. Like, I just need a fucking... I need to, like, win the lotto. I need some big-ass, amazing miracle shit right now just to make it all worthwhile, you know?
Yeah.
I'm ready for that.
I'm ready for that. I'd like that to,
if we can all manifest that motherfucking shit together, you know, I'll share it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I know. I'm ready to jump ship with you, too. Brandon's sick now. The kids have been, like, on and off sick forever, but...
Yeah, it's just going around. And now it's like, go get your COVID vaccine. I'm like, I'm done with all of this illness.
I don't want any more.
I don't want to fucking live in this world. I just want to... I'm not, like, suicidal. Sorry, this sounds all very suicidal. I mean, like, just responsibilities.
Yeah.
I just want to go.
I don't want to carry anything anymore.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done caring about anything.
Yeah.
Carrying things and caring about things.
Yeah,
Like,
both of them.
I'm sorry. Fuck off.
Fuck off. Fuck you. And fuck everything about it.
My bucket and it's full. I need another one and I'm over it.
Well, you want to hear my goddamn?
Yeah.
I had my pre-op appointment today.
Ooh, tell me everything.
I'm getting surgery in 1 week from tomorrow, and I'm fucking terrified.
God, don't be terrified. You're going to be asleep for it.
Yeah, I'll be asleep
for it. It's going to be nothing.
It's going to be fine. Here's the thing. We were walking in, Brandon and I, because I was like, you have to come with me to this pre-op thing, because I tend to listen to stuff, and then they talk for, like, I don't know, an hour, and I'm like, got it. And Brandon's like, what'd they say? And I'm like, buy ice packs. I don't fucking know. What do you mean? I didn't take notes.
Yeah, I do the same thing when it's for myself.
Yeah.
Anybody else, I could pay attention.
I pay attention in the moment. I'm like, got it. No problem. Mm-hmm. But I'd never bring, like, a pad of paper and a pen, which would be smart.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I'm like, that's for children. Or
I got it all up here,
or
steel
old
trap.
people. Yeah, fucking no, it's not. There is a loose mesh up here, you know?
This shit is some cheesecloth.
Exactly. And so I, had him come with me, and we were walking in, and the lady in front of me, you have been asking this whole time, like, what are you going to have? And I was like, I ate crutches, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I could buy a knee scooter. Those are the two things that were presented to me. She's like, get crutches or a knee scooter. And I was like, I got a lot of stairs in my house. I'll probably go with crutches. And
I feel like you should get a knee scooter for out and about.
Everyone has said you need a knee scooter. You need a knee scooter, get a fucking knee scooter. And I think you just want me to have a knee scooter so you can make fun of me.
No, I'm literally...
You said, and I quote, we can go to the skate park together.
And I would be made fun of also on a fucking scooter. I'd be on a foot scooter.
Like a razor scooter?
Yeah, we're in this together,
mongoose.
bitch. Also, it'd be so much easier for you to get around.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Because we were walking in, and the lady in front of me is a fucking foot and ankle specialist place, right? She was all wrapped up.
On a knee scooter?
Nah.
What?
Bitch had a peg leg.
What?
She had, it's called...
Oh my God. I'm so excited right now. Please tell me everything.
It's called I Walk. And they're like $160 or something, so I don't know if I'm going to get it, because that's a lot of fucking money for
3D printed.
what I could be crutches or whatever. Anyway, it's essentially a knee scooter, but instead of having wheels on the bottom or a handle, it just straps to your thigh, fucking straps to your calf, right? So you're all up in the fucking, I'm a number 4 position, right?
Yeah.
And then it's just a peg leg.
Yes.
Like with a foot at the bottom. So then you just fucking walk around. It's all strapped on there. And bitch was walking in it like it was no big deal. She was walking kind of slow.
But
But
it
like,
hurts your knee. Like, have you
it's all padded and
crawled
stuff.
on your
Just the
knee
same as a fucking knee scooter. It's just a giant pad.
Well, I think scooter would be less impactful, right? Like you're putting the same pressure all the time. But with the peg leg, you're like slamming down on it.
I mean, I wouldn't be running in it. It's not like a fucking blade. Probably just be casually walking.
You know I would beg you to try to run. Give it a trot.
And I would try and fucking hurt myself again. And I'm like, can you fix the surgery that you just fixed? Because I tore my fucking stitches open when I fell running in this parking lot in my peg leg.
I've never been more serious in my life when I told you that you have to. Like, there's not going to be another opportunity unless you lose your fucking leg.
I know.
You need to. It's worth the $160.
Yeah, it's about $160.
How much are the crutches? Like
They're free.
$20. Ooh, you should definitely get those too. But I'm thinking
Those
the
are already
$160.
prescribed into my CVS or Rite Aid or whatever. I just got to go pick those bitches up. And then I was like, well, how much is a knee scooter, right?
Yeah.
Brand new, about $100. Between like 90 and 120, right? Somewhere around there.
Is that how much they really are?
Yeah.
That's way cheaper than the peg leg. You need to do it.
Listen.
And we could put flames on it.
If anyone has any experience with I Walk fucking peg legs,
Google it.
let me know.
Why is everything with a fucking eye?
Because, I don't know. They're like, it sounds
Innovation.
expensive.
I walk.
Yeah.
I
I have my iPhone and I hobble with this.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
IHOP was taken.
It's true.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
well, let's
get
see
ready
how
for
it
that.
goes.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Everything's
going to be fine.
be great.
Anyway, you want to talk about
Everything's gonna
murder?
be all right. Hell yeah, I want to talk about murder.
Ready?
Okay.
Okay. Today on episode 262, I, Erin, am going to tell you about John Albert Gardner III.
Oh, number 3.
Number 3.
1, 2, 3.
That's right. John was born in Culver City, California, which is near LA, right?
Yeah.
On April 9th, 1979.
Okay.
I only wrote April 9th because I was like, I'm going to look up what fucking star sign he was. And then I didn't.
You didn't.
Sorry. So whatever that is. Whatever my brother
Taurus.
is.
I don't know.
Is
What's
it?
your brother? I don't know.
I don't know.
May is.
Never
I think,
fucking
a
asked
Taurus.
him.
I don't know.
Either way, his parents divorced, and the separation caused him to bounce around in Southern California for a while, right?
Okay, yeah.
When he lived with his dad, it was bad. His dad was an alcoholic, and he would beat him.
Oh, God, that's sad.
Mm-hmm. And when he lived with his mom, it was better. She was a psychiatric nurse named Kathy.
Okay.
Okay? With Kathy's experience as a psychological nurse, she was very aware of his mental state.
Yeah, because of all the shit that's going on, so I'm sure she's hyper aware of, like, what's going on with my baby? How's my baby being treated and handling life?
And by age 6, he was put on psychiatric medication.
Oh, my God.
I'm not sure what.
Oh, God.
And that was as far as it went. It was
Okay.
like, yeah, he took some fucking pills.
Give him some lithium.
Yeah, don't know what it was, but there was that. And then when he was 10 years old, she had him committed for 60 days
Holy shit.
in a psychiatric hospital.
Like, was she, like, doing some Munchausen shit? Or, like...
It might have been, or it
Oh.
might have just been, you know when people are, like, far too aware?
Yeah.
And you're, like,
scared.
Yeah, you're
I
like,
feel like I
it's-
did that with my kid when he was first born.
yeah, exactly. Like, you know too much, and
Like,
so then
oh, I think that's autistic.
every single thing is something terrible. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking maybe it was that, but I don't know for a fact. And maybe he had some real fucked up shit going on. But
Yeah.
That was only for like 60 days. He got out. Everything was great, right?
Yeah.
Also,
Also, he killed some things.
no, we're good. He also had ADHD.
Okay.
So
maybe that was it. He was just hyper as fuck. And she's like, I don't know what to do with him. Somebody help.
she's like, I need a fucking break.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, my parents would have probably committed my brother if
Had
that was
been
like
an
a
option.
fucking, yeah. If they worked at the place, like, do you have a room?
Can somebody else help me take care of this kid?
Right? That shit is hyperactive. So while he was in school, his teachers described him as, quote, seriously emotionally disturbed.
Ooh, that's scary.
Yeah. I don't think he had a lot of friends, but he worked a
Aw.
couple odd jobs, like being a lifeguard and other, silly shit when he was in high school.
I feel like lifeguard would make you, like, popular. Why do I think that? Lifeguard's
Because every
hard.
lifeguard was popular.
Yeah.
He was like the hot guy that
Yeah.
fucking hung out at the beach
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Also, I think of lifeguards and it's like the one guy that went to the YMCA too much.
Yeah.
And you're like...
I worked at a water park, so I'm like, oh, those lifeguards were not what you just described. They would be. Like,
Yeah,
what-
the guy that hung out at the Y too much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And he's like, anyway, my parents said I can't come home today.
Yeah, so here we are. I'll pick up your shift.
I'm just working.
I'm using my meal ticket for some pretzels and cheese
Exactly.
from the cantina.
So he graduated in high school in 1997, and then he went to work at Big Five Sporting Goods in
Ooh.
San Diego.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, where he has access to guns.
What?
Mm-hmm.
When he was in high school, he was caught and convicted of trespassing at a high school. Now, I don't know if it was his high school or if it was a neighboring high school.
That's weird. You
or
gotta be,
what.
that's a like hard thing to get caught for.
Yeah, just run. Like, this
Honestly,
campus
like
is
I
big.
remember being on campus late on our campus, like just
Mhm.
checking it out. Like, what's it look like now?
Yeah, what's it look like when it's dark? You can't do that shit anymore.
That's so weird.
Everything is gated now.
That's so
Like
weird.
every fucking thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Let me in.
I just want to check it out.
I'm not gonna do anything.
Yeah. Then in the year 2000,
Mm-hmm.
his 13-year-old neighbor skipped school, and so he convinced her to come over and watch Patch Adams with him.
Aww.
Yeah. Love that movie.
Except for it's kind of weird. Like, how old is this guy?
He's in his 30s. I
Yeah.
think he's 30 now, 29, 30. He might have been, I don't know.
That's all right. I
Yeah.
got an age
He's not
range.
quite that old yet.
Like, weird
He's
for
like
a
26,
13-year-old
24-ish.
Come
Yeah.
over.
Weird for a 13-year-old to come over. And when she came over, he was like, just kidding about the movie, and he molested her.
Ugh.
Can't do that.
No.
Yep. He was caught and convicted, and he spent 5 years in prison and then was on parole for 3 years after that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so fucking serious,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Since he was a sex offender, his parole states that he couldn't be within however many feet of like a fucking school or a
yeah.
park or a daycare, all
Is
that
that why
bullshit.
he was trespassing on a school campus earlier?
No, because that was before. That was in
Okay.
high school.
Okay.
But he can't go anywhere, right? He can't live in all these places.
Yeah.
During his parole, John got 168 parole violations.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a busy parole officer.
I don't
God
think the
damn it,
parole
John.
officer gave a single fuck because homie didn't give a fuck and he was just living his life. He was living like 2 blocks from a school. He hung out in
Oh.
front of a daycare center. Like
Yeah, but like, wouldn't the parole officer have to file the paperwork if he got 186 violations?
168. No, because it just
68,
logs it in like your ankle monitor, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah,
My
and-
bad.
and then
My
the
bad.
parole officer was just like,
I thought you meant like the parole officer was like, God damn it.
I had to come out here 168 times,
Yeah.
John.
Yeah.
No, that'd be so many times.
That'd be like, I want a different case.
yeah, right? I don't
can't-
like this guy.
I can't
Bring him
just
back to fucking
follow
prison.
John around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was living too close to a school. He was hanging out in front of daycares. He went to visit a friend in prison.
Mm-mm.
The list goes on, right? Like he just did a whole bunch of shit that he's not supposed to do.
Yeah.
Despite all the violations, he was never rearrested or anything, right?
Okay, so the parole officer really wasn't doing anything.
The parole officer was just like, shit happens
Yeah.
or whatever, right? So he completed his parole in 2008, right?
Okay.
Not a fucking scratch.
He's probably like, damn, this is easy.
Done that, yeah.
Yeah.
And then on February 13th, 2009, he saw 14-year-old Amber Dubois.
Is this in San Diego?
Yes, ma'am.
That's so creepy.
Girl, you will remember this case.
Yeah. I feel like I already do.
But
I
you
don't
do.
know.
You probably recognize that name.
Yeah.
And Amber was a high school student at Escondido High School.
Mm-hmm.
She was part of the 4-H club, and she was planning to buy a lamb that day at school.
Aww.
Aww. When John saw her walking to school, he forced her into his car,
Nope.
and then he drove to a secluded spot in Escondido,
Nope.
where he raped her before stabbing her to death.
Oh my God.
Amber's parents called 911 after it was discovered that Amber never showed up to school.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, the police didn't have any leads, and Amber's parents did everything in their power to help look for their daughter, but
Yeah.
everything was a dead end. Like, they didn't have anything.
Yeah.
I would like to point out here that John was a registered sex offender, so he was on a list, and he lived 2 miles away from Escondido High School.
Oh my God.
So, like, this
still.
dead end and no leads,
Yeah,
they
you
had
couldn't-
some.
Yeah, you couldn't just maybe do a quick check
they
on
had a
John?
couple leads.
Yeah.
Then they just didn't do that. Like, they got kind of fucked up there.
That's profiling.
Yeah, right?
But,
Oh, the
like, you
sex
should.
offender? Yeah. Do you think that the person who sex offended this person might be a sex offender?
Yeah.
Maybe we
But
should
they
check
don't-
that list.
They didn't find her, right?
No, they
Yeah.
didn't find her.
How long did it take till
A
they
year.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. But we'll get to that.
Okay.
So, until... We'll get to it right now.
The suspense.
February 25th, 2010, almost exactly a year later, Chelsea King went missing.
Yes, that's the name. How sad is it that that's the name I recognize even more? I probably just was paying attention more.
You may have been paying attention more, but there's also Chelsea's Law now, which
Oh.
we'll talk about later.
Okay.
But Chelsea was a straight-A student, and she was on the cross-country team. She played the French horn for the San Diego Youth Symphony, and she did peer counseling. She was a senior in high school and had been accepted to 2 universities. Girl
Why
was
do-
fucking doing it.
Why do like such amazing people have the most horrific things happen to them?
I don't know.
Like what the
Right?
fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. And I mean, you could say that he could have been an amazing person had he not had, like, horrific shit happen in his life. I don't think he really had horrific shit happen. But you know how sometimes that's the case where you're like, man, if they didn't grow up in a really abusive household, maybe they wouldn't have been such an asshole and murdered people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so
But
Chelsea.
she's fucking doing it all, right? She's
Yeah.
this star student. Everybody likes her, lights up a room, all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
As per her normal routine, she went out for a 5-mile run at about 2 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And Chelsea's parents got home from work and all that jazz at about 5:30, and they realized that she wasn't home.
Yeah.
They called her a million times, and they called all her closest friends, but no one had seen her. And it's really out of character for her.
Right. And
She,
your daughter is running, so like, somebody snatched her up.
it feels suspicious, but they didn't know that that's when she went missing at the time.
Oh,
like,
okay. They just know her routine.
they knew that was her routine.
and that she wasn't home.
Yes, exactly. And so they're calling everybody, and they're like, well, she would have for sure told us if she was going to hang out with someone. Like, that's just not normal. And for
Yeah.
her to not answer her phone or anything, like, this
Yeah.
isn't normal. This is very
Something's wrong.
suspicious. Yeah. So they called the police, and they traced her cell phone to the Rancho Bernardo Community Park, where she goes for her run.
Mm-hmm.
They found her car still parked in the parking lot with all of her belongings inside.
Nope.
And her parents rightly freaked the fuck out, right?
Yeah.
Her dad just took off for the running trail and started running it and
Looking for her.
screaming her name
Oh
to
my
try and find her.
God.
Isn't that horrible?
I can't do this kid shit.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
I know everybody is somebody's kid, but you know.
Yeah. So her dad took off screaming down the trail, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, she didn't answer. And after that, a full-blown search was put into place.
Mm-hmm.
For the next few days, there were hundreds of people, dogs, horses, drones, and helicopters all searching this trail. I guess it's like the horses were, yeah. They were fucking with riders being told, like, go this way and look for a lady.
They're like,
Girl. Nay, not over here. Nay, she's not this way. It's fucked up.
what a good horse joke, though. Nay. Oh, God.
So, everybody's searching for her.
Mm-hmm.
They found her bloody underwear on the southern shore of Lake Hodges.
No.
So I guess this trail goes like all the way around the lake or whatever, the perimeter of the fucking lake, and it's like 14 miles or something. But
Yeah.
the part that she would jog was this little 5-mile thing, and along the southern part is where they found her underwear, right?
Just
And-
her underwear.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Mhm. As a parent,
They found one of her shoes about a mile away from that.
Did homie just scatter her shit?
I don't know.
You didn't want to, like, pick a different location? Or did she lose a shoe and then keep running and then lose a thing and then keep running? Okay, we don't have to.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's okay.
So they sent her undies in for testing, and they found Chelsea's DNA, obviously, and male DNA that matched a known sex offender.
How convenient.
Named John motherfucking Gardner the Third.
The third.
So they went and picked his ass up outside of a Mexican restaurant in Escondido.
It's like, I'm just eating my burrito.
I'm just trying to enjoy a delicious meal.
Yeah, how'd they know he was there?
They probably followed him. I don't know. But that's where they were like, as soon as he comes out of here,
I'm going to get his fucking burrito. They're probably like, God damn it, I'm hungry. Let's take his food.
They're like, if we go in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll split the quesadilla with you.
And then we'll watch him leave, fucking tackle him on the way out.
Hope he grabs a couple rolled tacos.
Yeah, we can
With
snatch
guac.
those up.
Yeah.
So
Hope
they
he gets the green salsa.
hope so. So they arrested him on suspicion of first-degree murder and forcible rape.
Wait, they already said murder and they didn't find her body.
Suspicion of murder.
Oh, okay.
John admitted to raping and murdering Chelsea. Like, pretty immediately.
Really?
Yeah. John also admitted to assaulting a lady on December 27th, 2009 in that same park.
Oh, my God.
The woman was visiting from out of state, and she was able to fight him off and get away.
Oh, my God. Did she file a report?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
After
Fuck that.
Fuck that.
They should make that shit public notification. Like,
yeah,
a
like
way that you
plaster
could
their
check.
face all over
Yeah,
the
like
place.
at the park when you pull up, like, hey, just so you know, some guy was trying to diddle somebody in the parking lot.
Yeah,
So
like
watch out for diddlers.
Someone got attacked here a week ago.
Yeah.
A month ago. 10 years ago.
And I realize that's probably not good PR for your park, but I would go to a park like that lets me know what's going on.
I don't think I would go to a
Well,
park
I mean,
like
I'd
that.
see that and then I wouldn't go. But, like,
Yeah.
as long as I knew, if they were like, it's been 87 days since the last offense, I'd be like, all right, I feel like it's getting a little safer.
I feel like that's far enough in the past. 87, that's not that long.
Or I'll just, take a friend.
Yeah. That's another thing. People were upset that her parents let her run by herself.
That's normal.
Well, and her parents were like, first of all, we would never let her run by herself. Like, of course that's unsafe. Of course we would never want her to do that.
Really?
But,
I feel like you shouldn't have to be afraid of that.
but she's also a teenage girl. And if
Yeah.
she goes to the park, like, she went for her run. She chose to run by herself. We can't micromanage everything. Like,
Yeah.
it's not...
You
I wouldn't want her to do that by herself as her parent, obviously.
Yeah.
But shit fucking happens.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Her parents could have been at that park sitting on a fucking bench waiting for her to return.
Yeah, right?
And still that could have happened to
Yeah.
her. Like, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
And
But-
she shouldn't have to be afraid to run by herself.
Well,
That's fucking terrible.
She shouldn't have to.
That they're saying that shit about the parents, though. That's
Yeah.
fucking bullshit.
Isn't it terrible?
Yeah, that's fucking awful. Like, you don't think they feel bad enough?
I
though?
know, right?
Yeah.
They're going through something. Maybe just fucking lay off.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Like, why would you let I would let my kids run. Like, my daughter, I don't have one, but if I had one, she should be able to.
I used
She
to
should
run by
feel-
myself.
I did too. It's like, I mean,
At school sanctioned events, we ran by ourselves. Because
yeah,
the
like,
coach.
that's cross country.
Yeah, the coach would be like, okay, we're going to do this fucking loop. And then everybody tried to stay together, but there
Yeah.
were stragglers.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
and I get that's kind of different because somebody would notice sooner, but it could still fucking happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. That's
Exactly.
some bullshit. Okay.
And they noticed pretty soon. It was only
Honestly,
2
yeah.
hours later.
Yeah. Like,
3
and
hours
how long
later?
does a 5-mile run take? Probably an hour.
I would think.
I don't know how far she got into that run, but I don't think we need 2 hours for sure.
Take me a fucking day. So, after a few more days of questioning, John also admitted to raping and murdering Amber Dubois.
Oh, man.
Police divers found the body of Chelsea King on March 2nd, 2010. He was arrested on February 28th.
Mm-hmm.
Her body was found 10 feet from the shore in
Oh
a
my
shallow grave with debris piled on top of her.
In the lake?
In the lake, yeah.
How did he dig a grave in the lake?
I think it was more like he pushed her in and then, like,
Threw shit
threw
on top
shit
of her?
over her. Yeah.
And nobody saw this?
No. Also, this was, like,
Daylight?
on the fucking shore from where they found the underwear.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So was it like a secluded, you know how like, okay, because there's a lake that
It's a really wooded area.
Okay, I was going to say, there's a lake that you and I walk around, and there's a couple areas that make me uncomfortable. So I'm wondering, is it like one of those areas where you're like, you could potentially be alone? I don't know if you could be alone long enough for that to happen, but I guess at the right time of day.
At the right time of day, maybe. But I feel like if someone was screaming or something, you'd hear that shit all around the lake. But I don't know.
What
they
if he
said,
got her so she couldn't scream?
Yeah. And they said it was a very heavily wooded place. So presumably there's a lot of hiding places.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
And that's why we don't run.
It's for my safety.
Yeah.
So the next day, John was charged with murder. And since it occurred during or after a rape, this could carry the death penalty.
Okay. Question. Did they say how she died?
Yeah, all I put was murdering. I believe they were both strangled.
With like their clothing or something?
Not like with his hands.
Oh, God.
But I don't know that for a fact.
Oh, God.
So there's that. Sorry.
Okay, Jesus.
Sorry. So, could carry the death penalty, right?
Yeah.
He was also charged with assault with the intent to commit rape on the woman who got away.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So they were like, you were fucking trying.
Yeah.
Probably attempted murder, honestly.
It should fucking be, but
yeah.
they don't know. We can't do that without
your fucking hands.
Yeah.
Are there. Your hands are present.
fucking ham hands.
Get
So,
the motherfuckers out of here.
So then 2 days later, police found the body of Amber Dubois in a shallow grave near the Pala Reservation in a very rugged and remote area.
Like, they wouldn't have found her if he didn't confess?
They wouldn't have found her if he didn't confess, I don't think. It also did not specify how they found her and stuff. I guess their lawyers were very good at, like, hiding all of the, like, crime scene photos and stuff like that, too.
Good.
So that's, like...
You can't, like, there's not, like, a Google...
Yeah, and there might be, but we don't need to find that, you know?
No. But, I mean, usually they do a pretty good job at that.
Yeah.
Like, crime scene photos and stuff.
Yeah.
Unless it's, like, a shoe. Then you can usually find that.
Yeah. Nothing was, like, really neatly put together. So I have, like, 7 articles that I was trying to go through, and nothing really explained how they found her or where they found or why they found her. But on his ankle monitor, months before Amber went missing, it had like a GPS on it or whatever. He was seen going to that place a couple of times. So he was like
weird.
Scouting it, I guess.
Oh god, he's like, this is the perfect place.
Yeah. Which is kind of terrifying.
Yeah. What a fucking weirdo.
So they identified Amber with her dental records.
Oh.
And one of the articles said that police found her body because of, quote, tips. But I feel like they must be his tips.
Yeah,
right?
they're like, I'll give you, like, we'll take death penalty off the table if you just admit to it or something.
Well, they do take death penalty off the table later.
Probably because he admits to all these tips.
Right. During psychological testing after he was arrested, he was deemed to not have a psychological disorder.
What?
He was just a fucking shithole. You know?
What?
Yeah. With a predilection to young girls.
Stop
Basically, he's just a, quote, bad guy with a predilection to young
word.
girls.
Stop it. Don't use it twice.
Do you like it when I say it?
Say it one more time.
He has a predilection.
I've never heard that word before.
Predilection?
Predilection.
Oh. Have you read it before?
Does it look like pre-election?
Kind of. There's a D in there, too.
The pre-election?
Yeah, the predatory election.
Oh, like you electively predatory.
No, it's like predilection. I don't know the fucking root words,
I've
man.
Never heard
This
of
isn't
word
a way
before.
with words. He had a preconceived notion.
To touch younger women.
Yeah.
Girls, even. Oh my
Girls,
God,
even.
That's gross.
So,
Sorry if everybody else knows that word and I'm just a fucking idiot.
never heard that.
But in case I'm not, you're welcome for calling her on it. You know?
I read a word the other day that I had never seen before. And
What
that
was it?
never happens.
I know. You're always saying them to me, and I'm like, okay, that's a new one.
I feel like it's because my dad, he fucking slept with a dictionary under his pillow.
Predilection. Did your dad ever use that in a sentence?
I'm sure he has.
Like, anyway, I have a predilection for Pedialyte. I don't know. Like, what?
I don't know where I've heard it. I just
still don't
know
even
the
know
word.
what it means. It means that he, like, has a
Predisposition.
an affinity.
Like a predisposition.
Like
for
it's
that.
in his bones.
Yeah, like it's in
No,
his.
fuck
No, not
that.
in his bones.
Okay.
Like it's in his fucking personality.
Yeah, like he has an affinity.
Yeah, that's just what that fucker does.
Yeah, like an affinity. I feel like we already have a word for that.
Okay, he has an affinity for young girls.
Sorry
Jesus
for yelling
Christ.
a lot. I just need to know if I'm getting it right.
He
you know?
really likes them.
Yeah. It's not like, it doesn't mean though, like where it's like, you know how people say that you're not born with a predilection
No,
to your
no. He's
gender
not
or whatever.
predisposed to fucking heart disease
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah. So John pleaded guilty on April 26, 2010, to the murder and rape of Chelsea and Amber when prosecutors agreed not to go for the death penalty. He was sentenced to 2 life sentences without parole.
Okay, so he pleaded guilty and then didn't get death.
Didn't get death, 2 life sentences, will be in jail forever.
Dude, that girl that got away.
Dude, the girl that got away. Okay, so the girl that got away. She was able to testify against him at his trial.
Go, girl, go!
Mm-hmm.
Hell
She
yeah.
was able to give a victim impact statement.
Yes.
And basically
How
be
brave.
like, I'm the fucking voice of
These
Chelsea
two
and,
women,
and
yeah.
Amber because they couldn't be here because your fucking dumbass did this shit, right?
Oh my God.
She has...
How amazing that she did that, too.
How amazing
didn't
that
have
she did
to.
that.
She could have just been like, I want to
Fuck
put that
that.
behind me.
She was, I think she may have been 22 when she was attacked.
Wow.
But she said she has nightmares about it.
You're
all the
not going to
time.
be the same. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Could you
don't feel
fucking
safe.
imagine? Especially finding out later that that person killed someone.
And it's like daylight, right? In all
Yeah.
of these scenarios.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that.
Yeah, when you're supposed to be like safe and,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay for you to go to the fucking lake?
Yeah.
I hate people.
Yeah. And it's San Diego. You're
Yeah.
supposed to be like, it's safe and happy and sunny all the
Yeah.
fucking time, right?
Fuck that.
Fuck that. Chelsea's parents were able to get Chelsea's law passed by the governor, Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Yes.
which basically puts harsher penalties on sex offenders who commit crimes against children, even if it's their first time. So
Yeah.
it's not like he just does it all.
Let's see if he'll do it again.
Yeah, exactly. So that allows for,
This to potentially, hopefully, not happen again.
yeah,
After
when
the first
he
time.
raped or molested that 13-year-old
13-year-old,
girl,
yeah.
he should have had a harsher sentence. His fucking parole officer or whomever was in charge
Should
of
be
that.
paying the fuck attention.
Yeah, they should have been monitoring him better
Yeah.
or doing something about monitoring
What
him.
the fuck is wrong with this world? Honestly, I am
Honestly.
just not in the headspace for this shit.
No,
To
right?
have a podcast. I'm mad at everybody. Like, what the fuck?
Like, this all sucks.
Let's all get along and be fucking nice to each other. Life is hard enough.
Yeah.
I want to go to the lake and enjoy the fucking scenery and be able to breathe in the goddamn trees and not be worried about homie walking up to me too quickly. Like,
Yeah, right?
what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's so dumb. It's irritating as fuck.
I know.
I wish that predators were afraid of, like, just everyday people.
Carry a gun.
I wish I could. I
can.
don't. I'm too spontaneous.
What do you mean my fries are fucking cold? Bam, 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 bam.
Are you waving that shit around?
Those are like the number 2 things you can't do. You can't shoot people that don't deserve it. You can't wave that shit around.
I don't know that I should have one.
Well, you could get a taser and then just anybody that looks at you funny, be like, clack, clack, clack.
I have a handful of tasers.
I have none, and I'm just fucking surprised every
It
time.
is surprising. You know what scares me about tasers, though? I'm like, what if somebody fucking grabbed it from me? God damn it, anyway. You know? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just fucked if I do. I'm just banking on my personality to get me through it. And Jesus on my shoulder.
Oh, shit. I'm fucked.
These dogs hate that idea,
Yeah,
too.
what are they doing?
I don't know.
Oh, they're gone.
Yeah.
So Amber's mom got a yellow lab, and she named her Amber.
Oh,
And then she trained the dog to search for missing people.
I was
And-
going to do that with Chip. I need to train Chip.
You do.
I don't know where the fuck to do it. I tried looking it up, and it's actually really hard.
Well, ask fucking Amber's mom.
Yeah, you think she'd take my call?
She's in San Diego. Well,
Maybe. She'd be like,
think
"You're
she still
very offensive podcast. I'm good."
yeah, don't let her know we have it.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah.
After we were like, "Nay."
They made horse jokes. It was awful. I know.
Hi. It's how we get through. It's how some of us are able to listen to these terrible stories and be more vigilant.
Nope.
Vigilant?
Yep. Diligent or vigilant? Did you say vigilant?
I don't even know.
We could be more village people together. We could bring the village
diligently
together.
villaged. Vigilant.
So she helped Amber the dog. And she didn't help her. She trained Amber the dog to search for missing people. And Amber the dog found the body of Michelle Lee in 2011. So that's kind of a not silver lining at all.
Yeah,
that's a
but,
little
like, she's
fucking glimmer
helping.
of like, oh, they're doing something for other people because they had this fucking tragic thing happen to them.
That's so sad.
Amber's dad moved to Oregon with his lady, and they bought a tackle shop by the water.
That sounds so nice.
I thought the same thing.
Oh my God.
He's like, I
let's
can
have
see the fucking water from here.
I want a tackle shop by the water.
Man, if your fucking life falls apart and you got to do it over again, I want a tackle shop by the water.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's my story.
I feel like, though, that's the perfect opportunity for somebody to kill us.
A tackle shop by the water?
Yeah.
No, we'll have so many, like, hooks and fucking spears.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, gaffs. We'll just fucking
have,
gaff a bitch if they come at us.
Gus working with us.
Yeah.
Or some shit. We'll be
Yeah.
like, hey, Gus, take care of him.
Hey, Gus, we got a problem up here.
Yeah, we're going to need a Gus.
Anybody know a Gus? Or will go by Gus. Wants to come work at a tackle shop with us.
By the water.
Yeah, I don't know what water yet.
You're going to have to fend off all the murderers.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my story. It was a local San Diego case, and I remember all of the hubbub about it and everything. It was fucking terrifying at the time, but
It's like fresh, like we're in college.
yeah.
Frolicking around at night.
I wish I was more cognizant then, you know?
I'm kind of glad I wasn't because we didn't get murdered and great memories.
Yeah. Made it.
Although I lived alone during that time for like 6 months or some shit.
Yeah.
That was the most terrifying time of my life.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I don't know how I wasn't there like every fucking night. Like, it's fine. I'll sleep on your couch.
I don't know how either. What were you doing?
I don't know. Fucking being at home.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Should have come with me.
I know. Tell me about it. Anyway.
Well, goddamn. If you want to check out pictures pertaining to Erin's case, go to our social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, Threads. Our handle is at ISGD Podcast. If you want to email us, you can do that at isgdpodcast@gmail.com. That's ISGD. For I said goddamn.
As in.
And if you want to snail mail us, you could do that at
P.O. Box 2764, Spring Valley, California, 9197.
9. And then please subscribe, rate, and review so that we can make millions of dollars and give it all back to you guys. Bye.
Bye.